It kind of makes me want to climb the Alps like I did in my youth, in my bare nakedness. Would you like to join me?
No. That was about as inspirational as the challenge issued by Paul Allen, looking to overthrow the old and bring in the new. Let's send it to Paul.
Well, good afternoon. Mr. Cornelius Benedict, I have a message for you. I'm the wave of the future. Investment banking, capital gains. That is where my money has been made. I am a self-made millionaire, unlike you who had everything handed to you. I trade stocks, hedge funds. I have many specialties, wrestling being one of them. And now that I have these millions, I have time to take on my real hobby, professional wrestling. And tonight, I'm going to take you out. Because you are precisely what takes me down. You're the kind of person that makes me look bad. Somebody who just has money handed to you. Somebody who just sits around and reads and owns estates. I own estates, I own yachts. And they're gorgeous, but they're new. They're earned. They're not handed out. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to some trading. Cornelius Benedict, you're going down. You may be the third in the line of family. There won't be a fourth when I'm done with you.
Those are some powerful words from Mr. Paul Allen. We understand that our own Kirk Runningsfeld has caught up with Cornelius Benedict at his Lancaster estate.
That is a lovely estate. Have you been?
I have not.
It is lovely. I could not
Really?
stress this enough. The estate is lovely. Why will you not listen to me?
It's Kurt Runningfeld here in the lovely Benedict estate. I'm here to interview Cornelius Theodore Benedict, who has a big match on the line tonight against Mr. Paul Allen. Mr. Benedict, how have you been preparing for your match? Well, Mr. Runningfeld, let me start by welcoming you to my home, one of my many homes. This is a summer home. It's been in my family for almost 13 generations, but anyway, yes, I do have a match tonight with Mr. Allen, and well, to be honest with you, it hasn't really been bothering me that much. Mr. Allen's just a young upstart. He's had $1 million for less than 5 years, and now he's getting his pants all in a bundle about it. I'm not worried in the least bit. I haven't really put forth much of a training regimen. I assume I'm already fit enough to win, so my answer is I haven't been preparing for the match because I am so confident that I will, in fact, win the match. Well, Mr. Benedict, that doesn't sound like a great strategy, but who am I to question your motives? You have one of the most winning records in the entire CDX Federation history. My next question for you is, I hear there's a special gimmick online for the match. Would you tell us more about it? Oh yes, the gimmick. Well, as you know, Mr. Allen is, by this point, has a fortune to almost match mine, whereas his is mostly in stocks and bonds and mine's in deeds. So, in order to sort of undercut his, all of his little authority, the fact that he thinks he has enough pride to think that he could beat me in a match, I've got a gimmick that should show him up. May I offer you a drink, Mr. Runningsfeld? I'm sorry. Don't mind if I do. Scotch on the rocks, my favorite. How did you know? Yes, now, as I was saying, the match will have a briefcase on a pole gimmick, in which the briefcase previously named shall be filled with all of my deeds to my many, many estates, and all of Mr. Allen's stocks, bonds, and deeds. Mr. Runningsfeld, I notice your upper lip is naked. May I offer you a fake mustache? A fake mustache? That's so hospitable of you, Mr. Benedict. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. So, if I am to understand this correctly, the match will be a winner take all of both of your fortunes? Yes, well, winner take all. My family has never believed in doing things halfway, which is why we have been such an incredibly rich, noble family in this country for almost 300 generations, dating back all the way to the year 2000 BC. Yeah, so as it says in my personal favorite read, Mansfield Park, the fabulous masterpiece by Jane Austen, many uncomfortable, anxious, apprehensive feelings she's certainly had. And I believe that best expresses this winner-take-all sentiment. Mr. Allen, would you like a kitten for your petting pleasure? Oh, you boo-boo! Oh, you boo-boo! Oh. Thank you very much, Mr. Benedict. This has been a most enlightening interview. And now we go back to ringside.